Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Investing is very controversial. Not only are we putting our own money on the line, but everyone has an opinion and everyone thinks they know the next best move. Precious metals, even crazier. Not only are we going against the grain, we're going against central banks and we're going against the stock market. Precious metals is a direct threat to the US dollar, so you can see why there's so many rumors, lies, and myths surrounding gold and silver. Well, today I'm going to debunk them. Before we jump into this video though, I want to share something. If you want to look fashionable, sharing your love for precious metals, look no further, link in the description. This is my merch store. So let's jump into this video. I picked this article because it's very cut and dry. Why invest in silver? So the global economy is in an unpredictable spot. It is no surprise that trading in precious metals has soared. Gold is on the cusp of all-time highs as traders flock to a more traditional safe haven, as is common in times of economic uncertainty, which is definitely true. Here's one of the myths that surround precious metals, and more specifically silver. Silver is gold's little brother. Silver doesn't have much opportunity, right? Gold is really king. Well, that's actually exactly wrong. Gold doesn't have many uses. Silver does. Gold is only a monetary metal, not an industrial metal like silver is. Silver is the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity, meaning it's intertwined everywhere, intertwined in technology, especially the way we're advancing technology. Silver is used in everything, where gold is used to minimal extents. So when it comes to precious metals, comparing gold and silver, gold 71 times more valuable than silver, meaning gold's way more expensive, but silver is actually more useful and it's cheaper. That means it's more, there's definitely more opportunity on silver's side. So what influences silver prices? Unlike gold, which remains largely unaffected by the usual movements of supply and demand, silver prices can fluctuate based on a number of factors. And this is actually an interesting thing because breaking apart gold and silver and looking at which factors or what things influence each of those metals individually can be a whole video topic on its own. But let's dive into what this article says. In this sense, silver plays something of a dual role. Yes, it has similar characteristics in terms of being seen as a store of value and a safe haven investment to a certain extent, though its value can also be heavily influenced by the demand in sectors which it used, which is definitely true. It's a win-win situation. When the economy is in bad shape, times of economic uncertainty, people invest into gold and silver as a safe haven asset. When the economy is in good shape, silver still is used exponentially. Gold isn't, so silver is a win-win situation. When the economy is in good or bad shape, silver flourishes. So currency strength. Similar to the relationship you will see between major currency, the US dollar, and gold, silver also has inverse relationships with the dollar. This means that when the dollar is weak, silver prices tend to be higher. The opposite is also true, that in times of a strong US dollar, the price of silver tends to go down. It's like a magnet, polar opposites, right? So it goes into a lot of different things, but I just want to pause right here and break down, dive a little deeper. Let's dissect this whole, just it's misleading. It seems like they're trying to hide something. It seems like the central banks, the government, doesn't want us to buy gold and silver. I mean, it makes sense from a logical standpoint because when you're investing into stocks, real estate, your money is still in USD, right? So they're still in complete control of the situation. But when you take your money, your fiat money, and transfer it into precious metals, you are now in complete control of your wealth, and they don't have the power. You do. Now can you see why they would probably downplay precious metals, make it seem like it's not a good investment? Because they don't want you to invest into it. They want you to be investing or surrounded by the US dollar, because if you are connected to that, if you are in debt, then you are a slave to the system. They can control you. So, no, this isn't conspiracy theory. I'm not busting out my tinfoil hat. This is common sense, right? This is common sense. This is why I always push precious metals. Get complete control of your wealth, especially the physical bullion. If you can't hold it, you don't own it. So anyways, it goes into fiscal policy, practical demand, and it keeps going on. But I do want to stop right here and talk about one of the major things that silver's downfall is. And it's actually something a lot of people overlook. I don't think people understand how serious this is. JP Morgan, Merrill Lynch, the Dutch bank, all got caught spoofing. 3 of JP Morgan's employees actually got arrested. Spoofing is when you place fake or false buy orders on these exchanges, buying millions of dollars in gold and silver, then canceling the order right before it goes through. So people think that all this gold and silver is being bought up. It basically is a false flag. It misrepresents the markets, which if you misrepresent them, people can take them a different way, affecting the way they invest, and then they get what they want. Just like when JP Morgan called Bitcoin a scam. When they did that, Bitcoin's price shot down thousands of dollars. And then on the blockchain, because it stores everything publicly, we saw JP Morgan buying millions of dollars in Bitcoin right after they said that. So they called it a scam, but all of a sudden, they buy millions of dollars of it. They knew that they could control the people. Call it a scam, shoots the price down, they get it for cheaper. Bought millions of dollars after the price went down because of what they said. It's crazy, right? That's why I really don't trust banks. JP Morgan's a really shady company, got caught with millions of dollars in misprinted gold bars, probably going to be sold on the black market, but it's just crazy, right? So I really want to go into some of the, like the whole point of this video is to expose the reality of silver. I mean, if anyone has a negative connotation, any type of misrepresentation, it's been because someone has displayed it that way. And that bugs me, right? I want people to have an equal and fair perception on precious metals. If someone has influenced your decision negatively, then that's really messed up, because gold and silver is the smartest, safest investment by far. Right? I could tell someone to invest into stocks, but me knowing how serious our how serious our financial system is in debt, or how close the dollar is to collapsing, I'm not doing a fair justice. If I tell you invest in gold and silver, at least you're protecting your wealth from the corrupt financial system. So for someone to tell you the gold and silver is a bad investment is truly just shady, right? So anyways, let's look into how to invest into silver, because a lot of people are going to say a lot of different things, and there's a lot of different ways, because it is. Precious metals is a very diverse investment, so to each his own. But one of these ways is much smarter. Let's jump into this. Now that you know what drives the market, let's look at a few of the easiest ways that you can get involved and make an investment in silver. Once you have set up an online broker trading account, the process of investing should be really easy. By the way, you don't need an online broker trading account. You don't need to be doing it digitally. You don't need to marginal trade. You don't need to know how to use these exchanges. All you need to do is go to APMEX, Provident Metals, JM Bullion, whichever site you want to go to. Put in some silver in your cart, click buy. You're now investing into precious metals. It's so convenient, especially if people aren't very tech savvy. You don't have to know how to marginal trade or do any of that. And what's even crazier is doing it the way I just mentioned, just going on APMEX and buying the physical bullion, is actually much better, way more profitable. There's way more potential in that direction anyways. So silver stocks, ETFs, mutual funds. ETF stands for exchange traded funds. It's basically the digital way of investing into precious metals. It's kind of pointless because if you're investing into gold and silver, the whole point is to take your money out of the dollar, and with that, it's kind of it's kind of coincidental. It's kind of contradicting, right? You get what I'm saying? But anyways, benefits of silver investments. Let's see what some of the benefits are. Because a lot of people will tell you why not to invest in the gold and silver. Oh, it's a bear market. Oh, stocks have more volatility. Gold and silver is dangerous because you store it in your own home. What are you going to do with all that gold and silver? What if someone breaks in your house and steals it all? There is no bank covering you, right? All these what ifs. And there's ways to combat and argue against all of those things. But you can see why they're saying this. So with any risk, there's reward. With any reward, there's risk. There are several benefits to be derived from an investment in silver, particularly at the correct time. With the current economic situation pushing more and more people into silver, it would seem that now could be the time to make that move. Diversification of your portfolio is always a big plus. I just made a video the other day talking about bullion versus premium. It's definitely something you want to watch. There's so many different types of silver you can buy, but as a beginner, there's definitely one that you should focus on more than another, and that is bullion. So here's the final thought. Let's see what he's going into. So overall, while it is true that silver is seen as a more volatile precious metal to invest in than gold, it is a very well balanced choice. You have several benefits on your side, particularly if you choose to invest in silver at present time. And also you have a commodity that you know can retain value over time. Add to the fact that it's easier than ever before to make an investment in silver and other commodities, you are on the right path, which is true. Apps like Robinhood make it very accessible, very convenient for people to invest. You don't have to know how to use these crazy exchanges anymore. Also allowing younger generations, millennials, to invest in the gold and silver, which is a whole new wave of money coming in, which is also going to affect the prices, right? I just did a video a couple weeks ago where nowadays these sites, these exchanges are seeing people in their 20s and 30s starting to invest when before it was 30s and 40s. So it's definitely getting younger, and that's because it's more accessible. People are more tech savvy, and these apps just make it more convenient. So let's kind of recap. There's a lot of lies around silver, a lot of myths, a lot of rumors, and that's because it's a direct threat to the dollar, and people want you to stay pegged to or stay a slave to this system, right? They want you investing into something that they can still take part of or so you can be controlled over it. Precious metals is definitely the safest, smartest investment. There's intrinsic value, meaning no matter who says that 1 ounce silver coin is worth what, that's pointless. That's besides the point. The whole point is the 1 ounce of silver inside of it, right? Not what the spot price is attached to it. So I hope you understand this. I hope you understand what intrinsic value means. I hope you understand the value of the dollar, where the dollar lies, where our financial system is headed, because if you know that, then this would be a no-brainer on why you should buy gold and silver. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Before we wrap this video up, I want to mention my merch store one last time. I love this stuff. One of the products I love the most is my newest t-shirt I designed. It's a lady holding a $100 bill, but not only that, on the back it says fake, exposing the true price of the dollar, right? I also love this peach look. It looks really good this could be for guys or gals. You know, it looks really good. It's not too pinkish, it's not too girlyish, it's just a really cool pastel color. But you know, you can even get it in white if you want. I like the black and the peach, but you know, whatever. We also have some other stuff on there as well. If you love precious metals and want to express your love fashionably, this is definitely the place to go. Good stuff. Check out my merch store, link in the description. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you thought this video was educational, informational, or at least just entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new. This was Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.